Cal, you will be tested.
Yeah. But I'm ready.
I don't mean just here. Every Jedi faces the dark side. And it's very easy to fail.
You're still struggling with the dark side. Even after cutting yourself off from the Force.
We will always struggle. But that is the test. It's the choice to keep fighting that makes us who we are.
I guess it's about time I find out who I am.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Fallen Order. In the last episode we desperately escaped Dathomir after our lightsaber got broken and hordes of undead Night Sisters came for us. We have come here to the planet Ilum, which is where Kyber crystals that power lightsabers...
A lightsaber? Here? I don't get it. I don't know how you're gonna do it, kid, but if there's one thing I've learned about you, it's that you always seem to get the job done.
That's so?
Well, I'd say that I'd bet my life on it, but I already have. A lot.
You're not the best gambler, Greez.
Sure, that's true. But I still believe in what I bet, and I'm letting it ride with you, Cal.
Thanks. I'll try to get you a win.
So, first thing we want to do is actually plop some of our Dathomirian seeds into the terrarium. Only missing one more now, which is, I believe, back on Bogano. And with that, out we go. This is the Shattered Lake in Ilum. Ilum is a very wintry planet. It's windier and colder than Zeffo, and we'll be here for the next couple of episodes. It is not very big. Yes, you'll have noticed for ages that there has been a secret fifth planet on the visualizer that we were not capable of going to. It is, in fact, Ilum. I call it Ilum, or sometimes Ilium. Ilium is definitely wrong. Ilum is, I guess it's pronounced however you want, but Ilum is what a lot of the characters in this say.
Younglings, the time of the gathering is upon us. Use your skills wisely.
So we will learn more about the gathering as this goes on and kind of the processes that brought the Jedi initially to Ilum. Because basically, as we kind of said, this is the home of Kyber crystals, which are the energy source of a lightsaber. And they're also kind of mystical. There's a bit of a kind of wand chooses the wizard aspect to it.
It's been a while. Yeah, I remember every Jedi comes here as a kid, or they did, and when there were Jedi.
Yes, so it's a bit of a kind of one chooses the wizard thing that you end up with a bit of a mystical connection to your own Kyber crystal. They've definitely, Kyber crystals, the reason they work in lightsabers and the reason Jedi are called to them is they have some kind of link to the Force, and so they can give you visions and wacky shit like that, as we'll see this episode. But one, of course, advantage, inverted commas, advantage of not having a lightsaber or anything like that is the game knows that and actually doesn't give us any enemies.
Over there. Now be careful with the ice.
So this entire episode is just gonna be puzzles, basically, which is a bit of a rest after Dathomir, which is very combat heavy. It's also, once again, the beginning of a recording session, so I have, of course, forgotten the buttons. But once we are out of that little squeezy bit, we can start to climb up here, and at least, thank goodness, climbing is faster since Dathomir. There's actually a little bit more we can do out here, but I'm not sure we can do it yet. Thus, I am not going to attempt it. But generally... Ooh. Yes, generally we don't actually want to scale to the top all the way here. We just want to go, there we go. I mean, the camera is pointing that way as well, saying, hey, whilst you can potentially go up to the top, perhaps I wouldn't, because this is the old Jedi temple on Ilum. Ilum, those who are familiar with the prequel trilogy, you might... No, actually, I'll get to that in just a second. For now, we're away from the storm a little bit, and BD1's got a little thing he can scan over here. Indeed, this is the Gathering Room. The Gathering Room lies at the entrance to the Crystal Caves. Used primarily as a meeting area, Jedi Masters brought younglings here for instruction and meditation before they began their sacred search for Kyber crystals. What we can do is, it's another one of those electric plug puzzles. Plug that in, and that window opens. And that's what the puzzles this episode are going to be about. It's all very Earth Temple from Wind Waker. We're kind of...
It used to be beautiful.
Oh, sure.
The warmth is nice.
We are going to be playing around with light quite a lot. In here, we can get another scan. The Magnifying Window. Built by the Jedi Masters who constructed this temple on Ilum 1,000 years ago, this window magnified natural light outside for heat. A beam of intense light generated through the large glass portal was then directed to specific areas of ice that melted under the heat. There we go. Very cool. And with that, we can actually enter into the temple proper.
I remember this room. Master Yoda melted that door to let us into the caves. Not with the Force, with that crystal. The light passed through it and carried its warmth. I bet we can do it too.
If Yoda can do it, surely we can do it. If we pull this open, then it opens a way through, but that's not quite going to work. So what we actually want to do is utilize this thing. If we hop down, we can use this thing to swing on, and you'll notice this is actually a plug. So if we get over here and then pull this back towards us, we can actually move this thing around here. And then I believe... Give me a second. Yes, if we push this, it'll now swing around to the other side, which has moved where that crystal is. That is important. Let's head over there. Shit. Balls. How do we get back up? Oh, it's over there. That's fine. Oh, BD1 has found something to scan, which is going to be important. This in the middle here, Jedi devices. Jedi devices were constructed within this ancient temple to control certain conditions or activate protected passages. Many such tools exist using basic levers, swivel arms, and rudimentary objects that when positioned properly will achieve a specific purpose. That's why everything here is a puzzle. Oh, you found something there as well. Ah, yes, this. Statue of a Jedi Master. A statue of a venerable Jedi Master adorns the central chamber leading to the Crystal Cave. Carved hundreds of years ago, it serves as a symbol to the sacred wisdom, enlightenment, and perseverance of the once great Jedi Order. Let's head back up. Well, what we want to do is pull this. What? Oh, do I need to push this and then push this again? Oh, I'm remembering what to do now. Again, because this doesn't have any, like, a lot of... Okay, it does have scans and stuff like that, but generally my notes are just like, hey, do these puzzles, which is not useful. But this one I think we actually have to pull into position. Let's swing over here. And then if we pull the bottom of this one... Oh, come on. Ah, piss! Right, now if we pull this and grab onto it, there we go, we can at least melt through that. Wonderful, and with that open, we can now swing over. Oh, hey, that's not how physics works. Then inside here, this is what I was looking for, is a scan. Light-enhancing crystals. Wonderful. Crystals arranged within the temples enhance the light to focus heat on specific areas. As the light beam melts the out, it opens hidden passageways known only to the Jedi, other than the fact that they are obviously, you know, covered in ice. Anyway, if we follow around to the top here, this is what I was after. We can get a higher window. But I did... Ah, right. I'm remembering this puzzle now. Again, the fact that I have to remember it rather than just using my notes, which I have, is annoying. No hint, BD1, you cheeky. So we want to get around. We plug that in here. Then we rotate that to the other side, and then we head up to where I just was. And now when we open this, it hits that crystal there and reflects into that big frozen waterfall down there. Wonderful. And with that, we can head down and do it. That was not a smooth landing, but there we go. So here we actually have our first meditation point on Ilum. I think I only have the one skill point. Let's find out. yeah, literally everything I need. Some require 3, but most require 2, so... we will get a fair bit from this one just from, you know, echoes and scans and whatnot. Into the lake we go! So, let's do some fun swimming around here. Jesus Christ, this will be cold. Except, perhaps it's not as cold as you might expect, because there are these things, which can be scanned with BD1. This is, of course, a geyser. Volcanic activity on Island forms hydrogeological vents of hot water ejected turbulently, often accompanied by steam. These geysers may change in size or duration based on active volcanic episodes and ongoing mineral deposition. Wonderful. As with a lot of underwater areas, there's stuff hidden here as well, so there's a chest here. A BD1 skin. It suits this planet, I suppose. Bit boring, but there we go. Can I sprint underwater meaningfully if I click the left stick in? I don't know. Hard to tell. But here, there is a little secret as well. If we scamper our way up here. Is this? Yes, it is a little secret. There's an echo down here.
Each path is different, young one. Be mindful of your anger.
Ugh. Yes, Youngling clearly not happy with, like, search for your fucking crystal in this cold nonsense place. Can't say I entirely judge him. Anyway, that's all the stuff in this lake that we can actually do here. So with that, we head to this bit here, which looks exactly the same as that bit we were just at, but trust me, it is subtly different. There's this cool glow coming from the fact that there's crystals and light amplification stuff and things everywhere, which is pretty cool.
From those cracks underwater, but it's freezing up here. I can feel it. It's calling to me. We must be close. Jedi can't pick any Kyber crystal. It chooses you. Yeah, kind of like you.
Oh shit! God, that scared the crap out of me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a scan here of these geological structures on the wall. These are indeed geodes. Oh. Ilum is abundant in geological formations within mineral-rich underground rock. Billions of years of accumulated mineral matter deposited from hydrothermal fluids have infused the rock walls with valuable constituents, including rare crystals.
Let me see.
There we go. Yeah, it's mostly scanned. Well, actually, no, there are a fair few echoes here. The scans generally tell us about Ilum as a whole.
A little shake. It'll be okay.
Whilst the echoes kind of tell us more of the kind of Jedi story. There's another wall here. These are very missable, these kind of wall scans here, though you walk right past them, in a way. But this one is minerals! This cavern system is under Ilum are rich in mineral substances formed during ancient geothermal evolution, and the ice caves are home to several mineral classes native to the planet. Wonderful. Down the ice slide we go. And onto the wall run. Yeah, it's a bit of a kind of breathing room, Ilum. It's a bit of a chance to play around with kind of some puzzly, platformy stuff, and just have a bit of a rest from kind of because Dathomir is, let's be honest, relentless combat.
The call's getting stronger. Let's hurry.
Right, there's a meditation point here, which we'll just save at, but as you can see, not much here to damage us because there aren't really enemies or anything, so we'll just save. You should always at least save as these, because if you die, you don't want to go back that far.
I feel like I'm surrounded by ghosts. No, I'm not all right. It's hard to be here. Thanks, buddy.
Look what it is.
How did they find us here?
It's an Imperial probe droid. But fortunately, it's one of the very few enemies in the game, conveniently, that we can fight just using the Force. Which is very convenient. Anyway, if we head over there, that, what's it called up there? That Force Echo. Well, actually, we can see from the size of the Echo that it's in fact a Force Essence is our goal. At least a lot of these kind of platformy sections are significantly easier now. We have access to a lot more of the platforming tools than we had before. He says. Oh my god, all the way back here. There we go. I thought I was holding a stick in the right direction last time, but he, Assassin's Creed style, jumped outwards instead of sideways. Anyway, here's the essence.
Where did you last see him?
He was heading into the caves. He called out, but I couldn't find him.
Younglings lost. There's a bit of drama going on with the younglings here. As you can see, a couple more probe droids here, because you're hearing them doing that little sound.
We've got a problem. There are probe droids in the caverns.
There's no way they could have put a tracker on us. But I would have said the same about Trilla hijacking your comm. Greez and I will search the Mantis.
Thanks. I'll be back as soon as I've got my crystal.
You're vulnerable out there. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
As you can see there, we got a lightsaber chunk. Was that? I'm sure this was the way, but where the hell is the next way on? Yeah, there is a way up there. Oh, is it just you just walk up this ramp? Fucking idiot I am. Ugh. It is slightly frustrating with this game that you don't have just like a mini-map or something like that. You really do have to stop and check the map, which unfortunately for... Ooh, that's just a giant... Not a lot of heads in these Jedi statues, are there? But yes, in the... I wish there was a little mini-map going on, like you have in like Metroid or something like that, so I can kind of tell if I'm going in the right direction, because for when Let's Playing through it, having to like stop and check the map is a little frustrating.
A youngling dropped this during her test. She was so scared of failing. Brings back some memories.
So indeed, we climbed down there in order to get to that echo, but now we actually want to climb up, and we are getting even closer to the Kyber crystal.
That's it. I can see it shining.
Obviously, everything around us are Kyber crystals, but the wand chooses the wizard. I probably shouldn't make Harry Potter references, but there we go. So, if we come down here into this kind of bit of lake here, then there is a chest that we can open. Taking the piss by giving us a lightsaber switch when our lightsaber is busted. But there we go. Is it over here now? Nope, can't go through there because there's a solid wall there. If we had something way of cutting through it, that would be great. But we don't. Do we head just down here? Oh, there he is. Sometimes it can be difficult to him to actually trigger these scans. But yes, this one is Kyber crystals. Powerful Kyber crystals grow naturally on Island, one of the rare planets in the galaxy where they may be found. Such crystals resonate with concentrated energy in a unique manner through the Force, exhibiting a collective consciousness that allows them to communicate with one another and living beings. As part of Jedi training, younglings were sent into the crystal caves of Island to mine these crystals in order to construct their own lightsabers. Very cool. Anyway, with that, we want to head into this pool, I think. Is it this way? I think it's this way. Anything that generally looks like a kind of continuous tube or kind of like corridor like that is usually the way you want to be going in this. Because Ilum is quite... Like, if I show you the map once we're actually out on the surface a bit more, Ilum is quite a straightforward area. And as you're probably seeing from the rate at which we're filling in the echoes and the scans and the chests, it's not a big area. It's actually the smallest of the planets. Okay, yes, it's pretty linear, as you can see. We've literally just kind of worked through it in a line, and we're actually almost to where we need to get here. But yes, next episode we will finish up entirely on Ilum. It is not a big exploration-y planet. It's just, as I say, a bit of a breather here.
I can feel it. We're almost out of here. I promise.
Alright, let's squeeze through here. And we'll get to that point that we saw shining in the distance. There's a long squeeze section. Oh, in fairness, that's because I know what it's got to load up ahead.
BD, don't come any closer. BD!
Well, that's a certain level of horrifying. Fortunately, the water is incredibly clear here. Well, actually, in fairness, stuff under like an icy lake like this probably would be. Did we have time to put our rebreather on? Yes, we fortunately did. But there's something up there.
No! Yeah!
It's over. He failed.
Failure's not the end, my friend.
That's goodbye.
The time's come. This may be the last you see of me. I can sense the doom of the Jedi Order is upon us. No! Failure's not the end. It is a necessary part of the path. Hope will always survive in those who continue to fight. Like you, BD-1. I believe you will find someone just as brave and persistent as you have been. And you will help them, as you have helped me. But your memory will be completely lost. Are you sure you want to do this? Beginning total memory encryption. Only with a trusted connection will your memories be restored. I believe in you, as I always have. And I believe in whom you choose to replace me. Goodbye, old friend.
Your memories. You risked them for me. Yeah, I believe in you too, buddy. Yeah, you're right. There's still a chance. There's always a chance. Come on.
I really actually quite like that scene there. I think it's a really nice one, and it shows kind of actually how powerful what BD-1 did was. We have got a task over there, but just before that, we are going to quickly get this echo here.
Be wary, Padawan. You do not choose your crystal. It chooses you.
And indeed, our crystal chose us. Annoyingly, slightly difficult to see in that scene because of the robes I'm wearing. It kind of seems to disappear into our hand, but our crystal split into two. But that could be a good thing. And here we can actually have a look at some different colours. And there we go. There is, in fact, our last Cal skill of the game, the split saber. Because that's quite cool. We have a double-bladed lightsaber, but because we now have 2 hilts and 2 emitters in, because we have our old lightsaber and we have Cere's one, because of that and the fact that our Kyber split crystal split in 2, it means we can split them into 2 lightsabers. And you can do 2 like special split saber attacks. That's one, and the other one is you can do stuff like that, or I can't remember what the other one is, but yes, there are ways to do it. It will kind of teach me how to do it next time we're in a thing. But yes, we can do the split saber move, which is pretty cool. We can also now set different emitters on each end of the lightsaber because they are now meaningfully different. I forget that you can't do this just from having the double-bladed lightsaber, so I'll tweak this a little bit. There we go. We'll have a funky-ass dual-emitting one. We can also, I probably should have shown that off just then. Don't worry about selecting the colour there where you select your crystal. We can choose from a bunch of colours now. We've got the usual blue and green and orange, but then we've also got purple, yellow, cyan, magenta, and indigo. And I will be showing them all off before the end. And they're all about, I've basically been picking them based on what contrasts nicely with the area where Ilum's one goes particularly nicely in yellow. Next episode, we will be making our way off Ilum and head back towards Dathomir, where now we've got a fixed lightsaber, we can try again to explore kind of the Tomb of Kujet and see what we can find there. I hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.